Welcome to The Mind, the Cure Protocol for July 25, 2026. We begin with what changed, not merely what was announced. One movement in this path has already reached care. The rest are research signals that could open the next path, but each still needs proof. We will start close to real people, then trace the evidence back to the targets and questions that matter next. This protocol is a living loop. People bring the questions that matter. Fresh evidence changes the map. The system remembers what we have already seen, so an old announcement does not keep pretending to be new. Every signal ends with one practical next action, the experiment, validation, collaboration, or care decision that could move it closer to real benefit. The European Medicines Agency has recommended marketing authorization for Icotyde, icotrokinra, the first oral medicine targeting the interleukin-23 receptor, for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis in adults and eligible adolescents, based on evidence that it clears skin lesions in many patients. For people within the stated indication, this is now a regulated care option. Treatment decisions still belong with patients and clinicians. Approval establishes regulatory status for the stated indication, not proof of superiority or the right choice for every person. Next, what real-world uptake, safety, and outcomes within the approved indication? Researchers reporting in *Translational Psychiatry mapped the acute effects of substantia nigra pars reticulated deep brain stimulation in 3 treatment-resistant schizophrenia patients and identified the stimulation sites and connected networks associated with suppression of auditory-verbal hallucinations. By linking symptom relief to specific circuit engagement, the study advances the broader AI idea that refractory neuropsychiatric disease can be treated as an engineering problem, diagnose the malfunctioning network, model it, and intervene with precision. If this holds up, it could give researchers a clearer target for the next experiment, validation step, or collaboration. The useful part is a clearer target, not a finished solution. Independent evidence still has to do the hard work. The next question is whether independent evidence confirms the finding and shows a responsible path toward real-world use. Researchers reporting in *Nature Aging* found that lifelong dietary valine restriction in C57BL6J mice improved metabolic health, reduced frailty, cancer prevalence, and senescent cell burden in both sexes, and increased median lifespan in males by 23%, with gene network analysis across tissues pointing to a systemic mechanism. If this holds up, it could give researchers a clearer target for the next experiment, validation step, or collaboration. The useful part is a clearer target, not a finished solution. Independent evidence still has to do the hard work. The next question is whether independent evidence confirms the finding and shows a responsible path toward real-world use. Gilead Sciences announced that the EMA CHMP issued a positive opinion for Trodelvy plus Keytruda as first-line therapy in PD-XL1 positive metastatic triple-negative breast cancer, following ASCENT-04 KEYNOTE-OD19, which showed a statistically significant and clinically meaningful reduction in progression or death. If confirmed, this could help clinicians see disease signals more clearly and focus the next decision. The useful part is precision, not magic. A clever sensor still has to prove it helps a real clinic make a better decision. Next, show in independent studies that the measurement improves a real clinical decision. Researchers led by investigators in neuroscience showed that GIPR-targeted drugs operate through 2 distinct brain circuits. Brainstem GIPR activation directly suppresses appetite, while hypothalamic GIPR blockade removes a brake on satiety processing and amplifies the weight loss effects of GLP-1 agonists such as semaglutide and amylin therapies like cagrilintide. If this holds up, it could give researchers a clearer target for the next experiment, validation step, or collaboration. The useful part is a clearer target, not a finished solution. Independent evidence still has to do the hard work. The next question is whether independent evidence confirms the finding and shows a responsible path toward real-world use. The practical read is simple. These are signals, not promises. But each one is a concrete target that researchers, clinicians, engineers, funders, and the people most affected can connect to a next step. Keeping the evidence visible is how the cure protocol stays current without pretending the work is finished.